Greetings, my name is Cameron. I'm doing a series of how-to videos for the Pokemon Stories role-playing game, and today I'm going to be talking about the Pokemon Stories utility, what it is, and how to use it. Firstly, to open the Pokemon utility, you're going to go to where you download the program, and you're going to look for index.html. You can double-click on it, or you can open it with any web browser. I'm going to choose Firefox. Now this utility was programmed by my friends Andy and Alec. They did a wonderful job. I did a lot of the data entry, but they deserve most of the credit, especially for anything that looks hard or complicated. This is going to be your home page, and it's going to describe what the utility is about and have some helpful links. If it looks the same to you as it does in this video, I will be shocked because I'm constantly making changes to it. Now, up here is your navigation buttons. I'm going to go to the next one, Metronome. And this one will generate random moves. Naturally, you're going to be using this for the move Metronome anytime it does a random move. But there's some other uses for it as well. You can just click randomize and it'll give you different random moves. You can also change the number of moves. So let's say I want to do 5 ice type moves. Click 5, ice, randomize, and boom. It's 5 different moves. And you can click through those and see what they all do. Nextly, we have the entire list of moves. There are about 700 different moves programmed into the utility. You can scroll through those, or you can use the buttons to see, here's the psychic moves, here's the ghost moves, here's the electric moves, and so on. You can organize them alphabetically or by power, and you can also search through it. So let's say I want to see all the ball related moves. Boom. Shadow Ball, Energy Ball, Snowball, Rock Ballad, etc. Now, note here that each move lists a value. This is the value of that move if it were a TM in Pokédollars. And if you're wondering, that is the power of the move squared. So 90 times 90 is 8,100 Pokédollars. The Energy Ball TM would be worth 4,900 Pokédollars, and a smaller move like Snowball would only be worth 900 Pokédollars. Moving on, we have the list of natures. These are the different types of personality that your Pokemon could have, and they are generated at random. You can scroll through the list. The weight on the right refers to how likely that particular nature is to show up on your Pokemon's character sheet, and ones like helping out or encouragement are more likely to show up. If you get the nature GM's choice or player's choice, you're going to come here and pick out a nature that you think really suits the Pokemon you're choosing. Now, moving on, we have abilities, and you probably won't use this list much, but it's here if you want it, a list of all the different abilities in the program and what they do. Finally, we have the Pokedex. This is the major part of the utility and the one you're going to be using the most. It's loading currently. The Pokedex currently has generations 1 and 2, as well as Alolan variants of Generation 1 Pokemon, and a few extras that I decided to program in. You can scroll through it, or you can also sort it by Pokedex ID number, the Pokemon's name in alphabetical order, or its type. You can also search it, so if you want to see all the different Hitmonchan type Pokemon, it's type in Hit, and you can see Hitmonlee, Hitmonchan, Hitmontop. Now, but the main thing here is you can click on a Pokemon and get a character sheet for it. First, you're going to select your challenge rating at the top. If you don't pick an option, it will give you a starter 1, but I want to do an average challenge rating Pokemon. I'm going to scroll down and pick up Pidgeotto. And this gives me a character sheet for Pidgeotto. At the top, we have boxes for hit points, and it has 220 hit points. Each box represents 10 hit points. The ones that are not colored in, you can color in after you print it out to represent a growth in HP. Also, it has 6 boxes for friendship points, representing a max of 6 FP that it can have, and as its mind grows, you can increase the additional boxes. Now, we have initial values, and these are pretty much the same for every single Pidgeotto out there. And each different Pokemon will have its own custom IVs. EVs are effort values, and those are generated randomly for each sheet. These are the ones that you can change with experience and growth, IVs basically do not change. Now, you can see there's 4 dots here in its IV representing 40 speed, and another 10 in its EV for a total of 50. For strength, it has 7 dots for 70 strength. For sense, it has 5 dots, 50 sense, and then 6 dots, 60 mind. Moving on, this Pidgeotto is female. It could also have been male. Some Pokemon are genderless, just having a circle there. Is in the Flying A group. And here you see a picture of Pidgeotto. Here's its typing. It's a normal and flying type. Now, this is what it takes double damage from, half damage from, and no damage from. You can see that it has fighting listed as double damage and half damage, so those cancel out. It takes normal damage from fighting. If you were to see an icon listed twice in half damage, it would take 1/4, or an icon listed 2 times, it would take quadruple damage. Now, furthermore, it has a dash of 5, so it can move up to 5 spaces in combat, and range of 4, it can shoot up to 4 spaces away. Its evolution method is battle, and we have blank spots here for you to fill in with 6 tick marks for evolving into Pidgeot, its next form. And its nature is slacking. It likes using natural moves, and every time it uses one in combat, it gains an FP. This could have been any of the random natures that we have. Airborne is the ability that any Pidgeotto will have, and it allows it to fly over terrain, ignoring the terrain's effects, and getting +1 to its dash. Now, this particular Pidgeotto has 4 different moves that it currently knows. Pokemon can learn up to 6 moves instead of the usual 4. I felt that would give players a better tactical variety and make battles more interesting. Moves it currently knows is the flying move Wing Attack, which is a melee attack, and the flavor text is a strike with imposing wings. It is 50 power, and the effect is it deals 50 damage. On a crit, it will do an additional 30 damage, and is a natural move, meaning that Pidgeotto can use it as often as it wants. Here's Peck, Flyby, and then note that this is a difficult move, so the Pidgeotto can only use it once per fight. It's also got Quick Attack here. Then here are its learnable moves. These are all different kinds of moves that the Pokemon could learn, but doesn't currently have that it knows. Anytime that your Pokemon can learn a move, you will usually choose a move from this list and add it to its moves list, possibly overriding one it already knows. And that's about it. Thank you for your time, and good